G'day! Today, we're diving into something that helps keep food on our tables and our primary industries humming along, the Australian Agriculture and Manufacturing Visa. You might have heard about it, but what exactly is it? Well, imagine you have a giant, beautiful farm growing delicious fruits and vegetables, but you don't have enough people to help pick them when they're ripe. This is a real problem many Australian farmers face. They have jobs, but not enough workers. To solve this, the Australian government created a special visa, the Subclass 403, specifically for the agriculture and related manufacturing sectors. It's a clever plan designed to fill those critical gaps. This visa officially came into being on the 23rd of August, 2021. The big picture goal was not just to help individual farmers, but to support Australia's entire primary industry. The nation has an ambitious target: to grow our primary industries to be worth a massive $100 billion by the year 2030. That's a lot of food, wool, and timber. But to reach that goal, you need a steady, reliable workforce. This visa provides a pathway for workers from other countries to come to Australia temporarily and take on these essential jobs, ensuring our farms and factories can operate at their full potential and continue contributing to our economy in a big way. It's important to understand that this visa isn't just for people who want to pick fruit from trees. While horticulture is a massive part of it, the program is much broader. It covers a wide range of industries that are the backbone of regional Australia. We're talking about the dairy industry, which gives us our milk and cheese, the wool industry, famous for our merino sheep, and even the grain and fishing sectors. It also includes forestry, which provides the timber for our homes. By creating this single, focused visa, the government aimed to build a long-term solution rather than relying on short-term fixes. And here's a really crucial part: it also includes manufacturing jobs that are directly connected to agriculture. Think about what happens after the cattle leave the farm. They often go to a meat processing plant. These plants need skilled and reliable workers to prepare the meat that ends up in our supermarkets and restaurants. The Agriculture and Manufacturing Visa covers these jobs too, recognizing that the journey from the paddock to the plate involves many steps. This makes the visa a comprehensive tool to support the entire supply chain, from growing and harvesting all the way to processing and packing. So, who can get this visa? It's not a free-for-all. There are specific rules to make sure the program works as intended. First up, you need to be at least 21 years old, but the good news is there's no upper age limit. You also have to be a citizen of a country that has a special agreement with Australia for this program. Initially, this included Pacific nations like Timor-Leste, Fiji, and Samoa, with plans to add more countries over time. This is because the visa is closely linked with another program called the Pacific Australia Labour Mobility, or PALM scheme, which strengthens our ties with our Pacific neighbours. Next, let's talk about skills and language. You don't need to be a university professor, but you do need a basic level of English. The official requirement is an IELTS score of at least 4.0 or an equivalent test score, which is a fairly foundational level. Of course, if the job is more skilled, you might need a higher level of English. You'll also need to show that you have the right skills or experience for the job you're applying for. And finally, like with most Australian visas, you must meet health and character requirements by undergoing medical checks and providing police clearances, and you'll need to have health insurance for your stay. The most important thing to remember is that you cannot apply for this visa on your own. You need a sponsor. An Australian employer who has been approved by the government as a temporary activities sponsor must offer you a job first. This employer is responsible for you and must be endorsed by the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, or DF8. This sponsorship system is designed to protect both the worker and the employer, ensuring that the job is legitimate and that the employer is committed to following all the rules. You must also apply for this visa from outside Australia. You can't already be here on another visa. The application process itself is managed through the Department of Home Affairs. Once you have a job offer from an approved sponsor, you can begin your application. Your sponsor will provide you with a lot of the necessary paperwork and support you through the process. Because the system is designed to be very structured, it helps make sure that workers are coming to fill genuine, pre-approved positions where there is a clear shortage of local labour. It's a very deliberate and organised pathway. designed to bring people in for specific roles in specific industries that desperately need them. A huge question for anyone coming to work in another country is, will I be safe and treated fairly? The Australian government takes this very seriously. A key feature of the agriculture and manufacturing visa is that every worker has the exact same rights and protections under Australian law as any Australian citizen doing the same job. This means you must be paid the correct wage, given a safe working environment, and have the same workplace conditions. There is absolutely zero tolerance for worker exploitation, and government bodies like the Fair Work Ombudsman and the Australian Border Force keep a close eye on employers. This protection is a cornerstone of the entire programme. Employers who are part of the scheme are heavily vetted and must prove they can provide fair and safe working conditions. If an employer is found to be doing the wrong thing, they can face severe penalties, including being kicked out of the programme. This gives workers confidence that they will be respected and looked after. It's not just about filling jobs. It's about building a sustainable and ethical workforce where everyone, no matter where they come from, is treated with dignity and fairness, according to our high Australian standards. It's also worth knowing that the subclass 403 visa isn't the only way to work in agriculture in Australia. There are other options that might be a better fit for different people. For example, the Working Holiday Maker program, which includes the subclass 417 and 462 visas, is very popular with younger travellers. People on these visas can choose to work in agriculture to become eligible to extend their stay in Australia for a second or even a third year. This provides a huge, flexible workforce for seasonal jobs like fruit picking. For those with higher level qualifications and specialised skills, there are other pathways too. The skilled employer-sponsored visas, like the subclass 482 Temporary Skill Shortage, or TSS visa, or the regional subclass. 491 and 494 visas are designed for skilled professionals. These visas can be used to fill roles like farm managers, agronomists, or senior positions in agribusiness. Unlike the agriculture visa, some of these skilled visas can even provide a direct pathway to permanent residency, allowing people to build a long-term life in Australia. So there's a whole menu of options depending on your skills, age, and goals. Like any major government program, the agriculture and manufacturing visa is not without its debates. As recently as April 2025, there have been renewed discussions in political circles about how to best manage our migrant workforce. Some concerns revolve around making absolutely sure that workplace safety is always the top priority and preventing any chance of worker exploitation. There are also ongoing conversations about Australia's diplomatic relationships with the Pacific nations who supply many of the workers, ensuring the program benefits everyone involved. These discussions are healthy and help to fine-tune the system over time. The numbers show just how important these workers are. As of August 2024, there were around 31,000 workers from the Pacific in Australia under the broader PALM scheme, which the agriculture visa complements. An incredible 90% of these workers were employed in either agriculture or meat processing, which shows just how critical this labour source is to these industries. The government, through DFAT, continues to monitor the programme closely, making adjustments to ensure it remains effective, fair, and beneficial for both Australia and our partner countries in the Pacific region. To wrap it all up, the Australian Agriculture and Manufacturing Visa is a targeted solution to a real problem. It helps our farms and factories find the workers they need to thrive, which is good for our economy and food security. For workers, it offers a chance to earn a good income in a safe environment, with full legal protections. The key things to remember are that it requires sponsorship from an approved employer, you must apply from overseas, and you need to meet specific criteria for age, nationality, and English skills. It's a structured program designed for a specific purpose. If you're thinking about this visa, either as an employer or a potential worker, the best thing you can do is get your information from the official source. Things can change, so always check the Department of Home Affairs and the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, or DFAT websites for the most current rules. For personalised advice, talking to a registered migration agent is an excellent idea. They are experts in this field and can guide you through the process to make sure everything is done correctly. Stay informed, and you'll be on the right track.